I hope I don't cough.
Grab your Bible and grab your smokes. News and weather, music and jokes. See on the porch in my favorite house coat. It's the Sarah Beth Terry Show. She's a feral Christian out in the wild. The cigarette mom with a queen bee style. Talking or singing about somebody you know. It's the Sarah Beth Terry. The Sarah Beth Terry. It's the Sarah Beth Terry Show. I'm Sarah Beth Terry, and you're not.
Good morning, porch. It's day 2 in the EKY with the OG mama. We haven't been up very long. Well, we haven't been functional very long.
I have not been up long. You have.
Oh, yes. I got up early. And then I read the Bible. Listen.
All the way.
Almost. Now, I got halfway through Isaiah, and I'm like, he's just real mad. He's kind of like, he reminds me of my dad. He's just like the first 39 chapters. He's like, the wrath is coming. I'm telling you, you're stupid. You're not listening.
Okay,
the wrath is coming.
We're not on the feral Christian.
You got to hush your minute. I'm in the middle of a sentence about this. But once I tripped over to chapter 40, things start perking up. It's like Isaiah took a Prozac.
See? And God said.
He was pleased I was talking about it.
Sunshine. No, it's because I said hush.
The Lord would not shine a light on that. That's on my...
Is that my phone?
Yeah. There's 2 people in there. They can answer it.
Who's calling this early in the morning?
Annalene.
I don't think she's up.
Her lights is on. Listen, okay, to explain this.
It's not like we're looking
It's not
through
like
the
I
hole
can
in
look.
heaven.
Why? Lord, I love it. Thank you. Hang on, let me get my sunglasses. Oh. Phew, 100-year-old porch swing still hanging on.
And that's the gospel truth.
Because hello.
We'll have to tell that in a minute.
So we have 100, well, give or take, acres. But it goes from the corner of way up there at the 3,000 marker all the way down here to the 4,000 marker. And we basically have a mile of sand here. To the Rockaway. To the Cop Ford Road.
Where y'all have dumped yet another bicycle overnight. What?
Wait, did you sneak down there in the middle of the night, Batman? Like, well, how did you know what time that they dropped this bicycle off? Do you have a flock camera? That's where they went.
They're going to find out.
So, our property is at, there's 3 straight stretches on Sand Hill.
That you can pass.
That you can pass in.
Or pop wheelies on them.
Or go real fast. Or if Mom was late for work / school. Hey. Why not a Judd? I'm on TV. Anyway, so I'm on the phone.
It's Scarlet.
Oh, it's Scarlet Beth. Never mind. So that explains what I'm talking about here. So there's 3 straight stretches. The ones at the bottom of the hill there in front of Shannon Richardson's house. You would hit that hill and just go, view, like especially, past Doris, is that her name, Doris Tevis' house?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, then the second straight stretch is right there in front of Jenny Lou Worry's house.
Mm-hmm. Mitchell Hoover's house.
And Mitchell Hoover's house. The third straight stretch goes from our property all the way down to John's property, and it's one big long straight stretch, and they fly down this hill.
Good morning, Scarlet.
Hi, Scarlet Beth. So we live about every 0.2 of a mile, starting from Walnut Bend all the way down to Watermelon Ridge. So there's me, and then there's Granny, and then come 2 acres, and there's Mom, then go 2 acres, and there's Beth, and then go...
And then there's John.
And then there's John. So there's still 3 more grandkids that have to claim their 2 acres. But we don't know where yet.
4.
3. Scarlett, Dylan, Taylor. There's only 5 grandchildren in this family. So anyway, don't you elbow me. Anyway, she knows. So anyway, has anybody paid attention here lately to the fact that they have changed the color of Cajun shrimp? Okay, listen, let me explain something to you. I've been wearing Cajun shrimp since prom 1998. Yes, John was 98. Yes, freshman year. So for dang near 30 years, I've been wearing the same color. I know this color. I know it. It's on my toes. I even take my own nail polish to the pedicurist, and she cusses me out in Korean, and I'm like, I don't care. I don't want the Richard gel. I want this. And mine even has a bust. I dropped it once off the tour bus, and I busted the bottom of it, and it didn't break the bottle. It just chipped it, so it sits like this when you sit it down. Anyhow, nobody cares. So I was at the beauty supply house yesterday with the mom using the online's card. She keeps her beauty license active so that we can still get discounts on hair products. We all use each other. You want to know how I got the idea to use somebody else's Kohl's cash? We was talking about that yesterday. We used Online's number at the State Beauty Supply House. I used Dad's number at the Go Time to get $1 off cigarettes. Beth used somebody's number.
We used Dylan's at Harbor Freight.
We used Dylan's number at Harbor Freight. Charlotte uses Beth at Go Time. So we are a communal, like we all have the same Netflix account too, I'm pretty sure.
We're a sharing family.
We're a sharing family.
When I go to the store, I sit and I rattle off like 10 numbers.
I do that too. I'm like, it might be under my home number. It might be under my other cell phone number. And I'm like looking up your number and looking up
The
mom's
worst
number.
one is Rite Aid, Walgreens.
Oh, God. Why do they give you a pad of paper with every purchase?
And I thought we were supposed to be saving paper. And it's like now when you check out somewhere, they... And you're standing there like you're rolling up toilet paper from a cat going like this, and you're going...
But by the way, we got off the subject. I bought this yesterday at the Beauty Supply House, and it is not the same color. And then we got home, and wasn't it in Southern Living? Said
Southern Living
Southerners,
magazine said
Southerners are noticing there's something different about Cajun shrimp. So,
and they contacted OPI, and OPI said the only thing we did was in the gel formula. Well, that's not gel.
This is lacquer. Right? I don't use gel. My whole life. Anyway, so I painted my nails last night, and wait a minute.
You're about to show your who.
Well, it's okay. I have on cute underwear. So if you can see my look, this is not the same colors. Them's not the same colors. OPI, this is more pink than orange.
It's supposed to be more coral.
Cajun shrimps, not Cajun flowers. I'm not happy with OPI. Thank you. Somebody said it's very neon, and that's what they said in the Southern Living.
Southern Living.
Doris had been wearing it for almost 30 years, and she said it was more neon than Cajun. And I was like, I've lived in Louisiana. That ain't Cajun. That's Highway Safety Pink from West Virginia. Speaking of, West Virginia had tornado warnings today. I called and checked on my chickens.
What did they say? Did they
didn't
say
answer.
they were okay?
My chicken tender answered, and she said that the raccoons were real scared and ate all the cat food because they stress eat. And,
that's what happens.
Oh, my God.
It's going to be a tornado.
And so...
Everything before it blows away.
and eat it all.
This could be
the end. And so then she's like, do I let the chickens out? I'm like, well, they're fairly waterproof, but the turkeys are stupid. The turkeys will go outside and go, is it raining? And then they'll drown. They're like, where's that water coming from?
I have heard Granny Hicks talk about that.
I've watched it happen. I'm like, stupid. I went to high school
They
with a
will
boy just
stand
like
there and drown in a thunderstorm, yeah.
It's the craziest thing. So, as of this morning, there's a Japan quake. Did you not get the feed this morning? 6.8 in Japan. It ain't rocked their world like that since Hiroshima. It's bad. It's bad.
Okay,
And
I'm going to tell about the swing.
okay.
This little house that we live in was my granny and Papa Muncie's, Turkeyfoot and Desolate. And when I was a little girl, now my granny died in January of 1969, so I would have been 8 years old. But I can remember as a little bitty girl that this swing was here, this exact swing. I'm sorry, every morning it's like this. I have allergies.
Every morning.
So this is the same swing. And when my grandparents died and we moved in here, this swing was still here. We're on the TV. We remodeled and in 97, and I still kept the swing.
And it still has the car hood springs on it. So you can bounce.
You can't find those anymore. You go to the junkyard, but you know that time that that one president had everybody junk cash for clunkers?
Yeah. Was that... no, that was a...
Ow! Watch
No
out,
Child
Jax.
Left Behind was a different
whole
thing.
different
But
thing.
kind of the same principle.
So anyway, the springs on it are car hood springs. So it's got good bounce.
You can bounce.
Same swing. Been here since the 30s, I think. I never could really find out what year this house was built, but I think Aunt Nanny lived here.
And Uncle Stone? Aunt Nanny?
No, Aunt Nanny wasn't married to Uncle Stone. That was her brother.
Oh,
Aunt Nanny and Uncle. Oh, shoot.
They was married on April 3rd. Oh, I just snotted.
It's too early.
Aunt Nanny and her husband. So because Granny and Papa started out in the log cabin up there.
It was Aunt
where Beth lives
Cora.
now.
One of them was Uncle Cecil.
Is that what we just do? Is just wait for our grandparents to go so we can take their houses?
Yeah, that's basically what happened.
That's how it stayed in
In
the
the
family
South.
farm for 17, when was the Revolutionary
You're gonna
War?
get tissue.
I'm fine. When was Revolutionary War? 1777, 76, 77? It started in, like, early on, but, I mean, we were still fighting after the Declaration. We were like, we're not done yet. Like, did you know I found a silk scarf out there in my, I've been cleaning out my storage building this week, which is like cleaning out 40 years of your life. And you're like, why have I kept this? But there's a big silk scarf that has a hand-painted depiction of the Boston Tea Party on it. And I'm thinking...
And that was when you found the Gettysburg
The
Address.
original, I bought a copy of the Gettysburg Address at
She's
the
out there
Lincoln.
opening it. It's like, look, Mom, this is signed by Abraham Lincoln.
I bought it at the Lincoln Memorial on senior trip, and I thought, if I was Nicolas Cage right now, this would be a clue. Another clue.
Look on the back.
I haven't done the
Lemon juice.
lemon juice yet, but it was parchment paper. And I paid almost $10 for it in the gift shop.
Oh, shut your mouth.
That's what Nicolas Cage said. You buy the copy and then you switch it out. Then they don't know. So it was wrapped up in that Boston Tea Party scarf.
Listen, I only stole one thing in my life. I don't think I could get away with that. I did. I stole it by accident. Actually, I stole two things. You stole the second one. It was a pacifier.
Well, don't you accomplice me? I stole a pacifier, which means I wasn't old enough for reasoning yet.
And I was in Rose's in Richmond, the department store.
Which is where the Hobby Lobby is now.
No. Rose's is where Ollie's is now.
Where is there an Ollie's in Richmond?
In the Goodwill Shopping Center.
Oh, over there where the Super One Foods used to be.
There's like a big lot down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, anyway, Rose's. And they had this eyeshadow. It was green, and it was round. And then the applicator had a stick that came out the end of it, so it looked like a lollipop. It was called Lollipop Colors. Well, I accidentally stole it. Oh, I should not do that.
I'm gonna let it shine.
Woohoo! So, anyway, I accidentally stole it. I didn't mean to.
Well, what did I have to do with that?
Okay, then, years later.
Oh, this was a separate...
Separate incident.
Why? Do you have a record?
I'm a repeat offender.
You're a criminal.
So, we went in a store and
Miss Tammy, what you doing in court?
you go put you in jail, Miss
They gonna
Tammy.
put you in jail, Miss Tammy.
That's another story.
Anyway.
So anyway,
So the second time that you stole, that you broke a 10th commandment.
I was pushing you in your stroller, and I didn't have a shopping buggy. So we had purchased a few
You
things.
shoved it in the diaper bag.
I did. It was hanging over,
I
and you
solved
was
that.
throwing a fit for a Poey.
Dylan's word was Poey. Mine was pass.
No, yours was Poey too. And so I said, all right, fine. I took it off the shelf and I stuck it in the top of the diaper bag that was hanging over the stroller. And I got home and you ran over to that diaper bag and grabbed it.
I knew exactly where you'd put it. I still have that kind of memory. I'm like, it is in my backpack, on the chair, in the kitchen, on the far side of the table.
Exactly.
I'm good at that. It's weird. I think that's why I'm so good at the highlights magazines. Like, I got bored in dentist's office. They're like, this book will take you about an hour to go through. And I'm like, done. Cat, hairbrush, toothbrush, yo-yo. Next. Give me something hard like string theory, amateurs. I was just like, why? Why did they think we were all stupid? And why was all the toys in the treasure chest at Dr. Sutherland's the same? Why did you need vampire teeth if you went to the dentist? That was the dumbest thing to have in that treasure box. Spent all this time getting my teeth cleaned to put plastic back in here and try to eat a caramel apple with it. Stupid. That's why he made so much money. He's like, I fixed your teeth. Here's some candy and some sugar daddies. I was like, we'll see you next week.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I keep coughing.
They're used to me. I cough all the time. Hello.
But I don't smoke.
Anymore. Thank you, Jesus.
Listen, I'd love to remember what year it was I quit.
It was when Dad got sick.
No, it wasn't. It was when Marlboros went from $5 to $5.25.
Well, then, Scarlett, Google that. When did
I
Marlboros go from
tried,
5 to...
and I couldn't find it.
Ask ChatGPT.
In
she knows
Kentucky,
everything.
see, that's the thing. You have to say, when in Kentucky did Marlboros go from 5 to 5?
Listen, speaking of Kentucky, why do you have a craft book written by Miss America, Phyllis George, in your living room?
Because my sister
I was reading her...
loved Phyllis George Brown, and she is the one that got Kentucky artisans. She went to New York and said, look, my people in Kentucky my people in Kentucky are so talented, and y'all need to be buying this stuff. And she is the very reason that Kentucky artisans
Have a platform.
have a platform. That's the truth.
And
that
Martha Lane
Phyllis
Collins
George
is the
Brown-
reason that you have a road from here to Hawkinsville.
2013 to 2014.
You quit 13 years ago.
See, now I Google stuff like that, and you know what comes up? California was founded in 1798. And I'm like, no, that's not when I wanted. So 2013 is when I quit.
13 years ago. So what's really funny is that if you...
So I shouldn't have any smoke left.
It was effective May 11th, 2014,
2014.
on my birthday.
Ah!
It went up 6 cents in December, and then it went up again.
So on your 13th birthday, you had to quit smoking. Because cigarettes went up quarter pack.
Your allowance was
Speaking
only
of Scarlett-
$5 a week.
I can't afford
I
it.
can't afford it now. I have to
We have to
quit.
cut back. So Scarlett and Mom, speaking of smoking, this is what's so funny.
I could eat a cigarette right now. I love smoking so good. No.
So anyway,
Not
every
menthol.
Sunday, my mom used to go out on the porch, have a little talk with Jesus. And I remember every week she'd go, okay, well, now that the dinner dish is up, I'm going to go outside and SMOKE. Okay, I'll be right back. And finally, one Sunday, Scarlett's like, ain't Tam. She goes, why do you go SMOKE every Sunday? And Mom looked down, she goes, cuz Scarlett, bet you can't D-R-I-N-K on the Lord's Day. And Scarlett went, oh. Like, no questions asked. Because she was about 4 or 5 years old. Why do you go SMOKE every Sunday?
Yeah, but the thing about it was, me and Kelly used to sneak off and we'd walk to the store.
You're just telling everything this week, ain't you?
Anyway,
This is
me
the
and
end.
Kelly used to sneak off and we would walk to the store, and she'd look at me or I'd look at her and she'd say, you want to go SMOK? And so,
Smoke.
Beth was little. Beth was tiny, because I'm 10 years older. And one day she walked in the kitchen. She went, Mom, Tam's going to smoke. And I was like, peeked your little head off. We were like 14.
Well, then I screwed it up for her when I was about 5 years old, because when Granny would come out, she'd hide her cigarettes under the edge of the couch.
I never smoked in front of my parents. I don't know why. It was out of respect. They knew I smoked.
Fear.
They could
It was
smell
out
it.
of fear.
I was married and had kids. I mean, it was just out of respect. I never smoked in front of them.
Still throw a shoe at you.
She'll still come after you. She'll go out there and go, Tam! So,
Yeah, but she didn't come after you.
no, because I told her, just shut up.
Well, anyway, I had them hid under the edge of the couch. And Sarah gets up and, she did it out of pure spite. She's always been like this.
A willful child.
Willful my foot. Come over and go, Mom, you got your cigarettes are under the couch.
If you lost them, they're under the edge of the couch here. I remember Mom just went completely red. Speaking of under that couch, Mom used to have a little plastic basket. It was brown. And it's full of cassette tapes. Mm-hmm. And that was Mom's tapes. Like, that's when she listened to when she's cleaning the house on Saturdays or whatever. And I wasn't that sheltered. I think I was just not, like, pleasantly naive. Like, when I pulled those out, I was like, I have to be very careful because these are Mom's friends. So for, like, a long time, I thought, like, Bette Midler and Barbara Streisand, Jackson Brown, Don Johnson, Rod Stewart. I thought those were, like, Mom's friends, and she had, like, tapes of them. Like, I thought that was...
She's got on Rod Stewart.
She's got on Rod Stewart.
Okay, now we got to talk about Rod Stewart in a minute.
In a minute. Okay, circle back. And so, when I was growing up, I really thought that those were just, like... And the reason my brain thought like that is because Mama and Papa would record me. And so I had tapes of me singing. And I always just thought, well, everybody does that. So
Rod came over and
he gave Mom this. And then Barbara Streisand and Don Johnson had been here with Till I Loved You. Anyway, so when I got out in the real world, I was like, how do you have a copy of this? And they're like,
these are my mom's people.
I was like, these are my mom's people. And they're like, your mom's not related to Bette Midler. I'm like, I'm telling you, they're friends. I have this tape.
This.
And I really thought that for like a great part of my childhood. But now that I'm older, like that's my favorite memories is like I would sneak out the Bette Midler tape and I'd listen to it and I'd put it back. And then I'd sneak out the single cassette of Till I Loved You by Barbara Streisand and Don Johnson.
And I didn't really like Barbara Streisand. I just liked Don Johnson.
Oh, her voice is like
listen,
butter.
I'm telling you, I loved Miami Vice. Them driving that car.
How did they do solve that many crimes in those kind of leisure suits?
You know, they interviewed Don Johnson once, and he said, who thought that we could wear a linen suit
and wicker shoes
and chase criminals in Miami, Florida? He said, we like to have smothered.
Do you know what started the trend of the rolled up?
He got hot. And
his jacket was too long, and they didn't have enough money in the budget to have it altered, so he just rolled it up. And it became like the trend, and the popped collars. The pop collar was an accident too. They got ready on it between scenes.
Now that kind of came out in the 50s.
No, I'm talking about the other dude that was with Don Johnson.
Oh, I know.
He got ready really quick one day, and his collar on his little Lacoste shirt just stuck up. Well, by the next week, it was on People, and they were like, "We're not setting a trend." I can't remember. He was so cute. He had the best little hair.
God.
Anyway, anybody know who played with Don Johnson in Miami Vice in the 80s?
The black guy. The black guy that rode with the white guy. I'm allowed to say that. I didn't say the little colored boy like my mama would have said.
Mom. Yesterday she said that big Indian that was on that commercial. And I was like, he wasn't even Indian, he was Sicilian.
He was an Indian. Well, no, then I found out later he wasn't. He was Cajun.
So Mom wants to know who that black boy was. Oh, my
that black boy that was so cute. God, he was pretty. Ooh-wee.
Me and Sean figured out yesterday that we're the last generation to have racist parents.
Listen, we need to address the Rod Stewart issue, okay? Now, for those of you who don't know
Philip Michael Thomas, that was his...
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, God.
Thank you, Danita.
I would have left my husband for him.
He would have left you for Marky Post. Still would.
Oh, yeah, Corky, but now it's Jennifer Aniston. That's his freebie. And anyway, let me tell y'all the story about Rod Stewart. Once upon a time in Irvin, I was like 14 and I went out with this guy and he was crazy about Rod Stewart. So, I mean, I remember exactly where we were. We were in front of Ronnie Brandenburg's dad's gas station and the Twin that was across from one another. We were driving up through there and the guy that I was in the truck with said, "Do you like Rod Stewart?" And me, being so naive and
said
so
no, but if
stupid,
you'll hum a few bars.
I said, you know, I don't really know him, but I've heard of him.
And that Lisa Stewart's brother-in-law.
God, I was so embarrassed. And he looked at me and said, he's a singer. Thanks, Tom. I didn't need that shoe anyway. He said, he's a singer. Well, so then I immediately cooked. And it was my goal in life to discover who Rod Stewart was.
And then become obsessed with him.
And then I became obsessed with him. And I've been to 9 of his concerts. And like my sister one year surprised me for my 30th birthday with
Yes.
front row seats.
In Reparina. That was
And
the white and pink and gray shirt.
oh my God, it was wonderful. That was the only time I ever want to take my bra off and throw it on stage. But anyway, so then,
the other times
he's
we're just
old.
forced to do it.
The other times it was my painting. But he's getting up in years. He's 80 something, 80 or 84 something. He's old.
Wife is staying the same age. I don't understand it.
She's in that club. Anyway, Rod Stewart has went over there and run his mouth
To big ear Prince Charles.
to Big Ear Charles in England.
You can't tell somebody with that big ears gossip. Go ahead.
Well, he ran his mouth about President Trump. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I don't care who you are. You don't go to another country. Well, but actually,
He went to his own country and talked shit about our country.
yeah. But I don't like that. He made most of his money
From
in
Americans.
our country. I mean, and then he's getting ready to go on tour in the United States, his farewell tour. Well, I'm serious. When he smarted off to the Charles about Trump, I just almost went in there and got out my 748 albums of Rod Stewart and used them as frisbees.
Well, let me just tell you, that don't do nothing to hurt him. You've already spent the money on that
It's the
stuff.
principle.
I don't know. Just stop buying more. Stop consuming more.
I mean, I even have the books about Rod Stewart. I don't even
And I bought
want them in
them
my
for you.
house.
I bought them
I
for
don't
you.
even want them in my house.
He pulled a Dixie chick, pretty much. Well, only they were from here. But
Well,
your mama was a Rod groupie. Listen, I was almost named
Oh.
Tiana Stewart. And Dad said I wasn't allowed to be named after a gay British pop star.
It's true.
It's true. And then they was going to call me Mary Lewis, and then Dad was afraid they'd call me Mary Terry. So when I came out, they named me Sarah Beth, and I'm still Surrey Terry. Sarah Beth Terry Courtney, which is like the longest John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith name ever.
Well, it's like Magnolia Dorothy Marie Terry.
Nola Dot. That's what I call her. That's my niece. Oh my gosh, I have to tell you a funny story. Okay, so Mom and Dad got a new roof this week. And
Finally.
they had, it's beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
Y'all drive by.
Drive by and bake.
Send money.
Because we have to
Pay for it.
recoup. So anyway, and they hand sheared it. And my papa would have been super impressed with that because he used to. He would have. He'd been like, "How you doing that? Where you boys from?" Anyway, so
And they'd be going, huh?
okay. Anyway, so they spoke Spanish.
I did not.
And I speak un poquito español because I took it in high school. So
Maggie.
I don't know. I don't know. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Dad. So Dad goes, "Get out here and translate." And I was like, I don't.
He was asking us a question.
I've taken Italian since I've taken Spanish. Like, this is how fluent I am. So I had to go out and basically say, how much plywood did you buy? How much is left? Blah, blah. I said, "Thank you for taking care of my parents." Hey, I called my mom, and I asked, it was a whole thing. So anyway, I was calling my brother, who is actually more fluent in Spanish than I am, which is none. So he's like moderately, proficiently fluent. And I called Dylan. I said, so I had to play translator, and I was telling him, and Dylan's just cracking up. Well, in the middle of our conversation, my 5-year-old nephew pops up and goes, "Queenie, I can speak Spanish. Who knows? Dos, tres, quarters, cincos, ocho, tacos, nachos, ochos." And Dylan's just like, I just sit there, and he's like, "I can speak, you tell Papa I speak Spanish." He's 4. And I was like, you do a good job.
But he'll tell you, I'll be 5 in August.
August 13th, because we have the same birthday. Me and Maverick have the same birthday. So I said, "You're going to be 5, which means I'm going to be 43. He goes, "Because you're 42 now." And he said, "When I am 8, my sis will be 5. Dylan said, "That's right." He goes, "I know." Like, he's just like, so, it's like Dylan at that age. He goes, "Hey,
Listen.
Dad, you remember that story? Tell that story."
I couldn't go on a field trip with Dylan. Was it kindergarten or first grade? It's first grade, wasn't it? Elizabeth Houston. wasn't Elizabeth Hughes' room. It was Renee Wainscott. You were Elizabeth
I was
Hughes.
E. Hughes.
But anyway.
He was in love with Renee. Oh, my God.
Oh, I
loved
know.
her.
He was so mad when she got married.
He was
so
6.
Anyway, they went to the planetarium on a field trip, and I couldn't go because I worked. And Corky was on second shift, so Corky could go. And they went to the planetarium, and you know how they're all sitting there in the dark, and they just showing the stars. And Dylan said, Dad, you see that right there? That little group of stars? And Corky said, yes. He goes, that's Orion's belt. Corky said, I was so impressed. My son knows Orion's belt in the galaxy.
In first grade.
He goes, really? He went, could be.
Maybe.
Just making that stuff up. Oh, la, la, la.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, if God had given me as much money as he gave me snot, we would be rolling in dough.
I'd be blowing my nose with $100 bills.
Yeah, I'd be blowing my nose with $100 bills. I hate this.
I know.
Listen, did you tell him? Did you show him your banana clip?
I found a banana clip in my storage unit.
Look how feisty she looks today.
I'm bringing it back. It looks good.
It does. See, it does.
I make 80s hair look good. I've always made 80s hair look good.
I, on the other hand, did not. Oh, God. She had that curly hair, and me standing there every morning, her going, ow.
I was some kind of...
OCD?
No. I mean, you gave me a facelift in the 3rd grade. I was like, this
My
is
mother
too
was a
tight.
hairdresser. What did you expect?
God, I got the worst headaches. And I was like,
So
they go,
our
can you
eyes
see the
are
board?
slanted.
And I'm like, no. I can't. Somebody come take these. Oh, I got so mad. You know them things with the hair things with the balls on the end that were so oh, I hate that. And you didn't even wrap them. You just went around it and clipped them little balls. Well, I couldn't figure that out. So I had worn one in my hair in kindergarten, and I had worked it from being a ponytail all the way down to right here, and then I gave up and just yanked it out.
Yeah, you still got a bald spot.
I still have a bald spot, and that's where my hair parts. But
That's the truth.
they were rough on my hair when I was growing up. You remember when I dyed my hair in high school and Granny made me scrub it with Tide?
Listen, we did that with Aunt Jackie's hair in Kansas.
Well, you knew there was in trouble when there was no 1-800 number on the
Jackie.
box. The only woman that can move to New Mexico and come back with a Minnesota accent.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're in the wrong state for that
Corey's
dialect.
Aunt Jackie they lived in Albuquerque.
Albuquerque.
And they came over
They were
and
from Danville.
visited us in Manhattan, Kansas, because Corey was in the Army. And Jackie came over. Where were the kids? The kids didn't come.
Kids were up by then. I don't know, maybe they was with Betty. And,
I don't know, but Jackie came by herself because she wanted me to color her hair. And I said, Jackie, just because my mom's a hairdresser doesn't mean that I know anything about hair. She goes, yeah, you can do it. It's no problem. So she sits down on now we've just been married, we've not even been married 3 months. She sits down on my brand new comforter on my bed with that color on her hair, and it dripped and took the bleach, took the color out of my new bedspread. I like to have lost my mind. Well, then her hair came out the color of that koozie. I mean, it was green. And I looked
it was
at
supposed
her
to
and
be
I
a really
said,
pretty, like,
I
Auburn.
told you. She said, well, I knew we were in trouble when there wasn't an 800 number on that box. So I was like, now what am I going to do? So, of course, back then there were no cell phones. This was in 81. And I called Mother in the middle of the week, which, was, that was forbidden.
$10 a minute. The phone bill for her calling about Thanksgiving was more than the grocery bill for her cooking Thanksgiving that
Yeah,
year.
it was. So anyway, I called Mom. Time difference.
What do I do?
Dad's already in bed. It's after 9 o'clock. Mom, I've colored Aunt Jackie's hair and it's turned green. Mother said, oh, Lord, have you got any Tide? I said, we don't need to do her laundry. I've been doing her hair. And she said, no, you have to wash her hair with Tide. It will take the color out. And I went, are you sure? Oh, that's a bumblebee.
No, it's not. It's a
And,
carpenter bee. Go ahead.
Anyway, so we washed her hair and tied, scalded her scalp.
Oh, it will flat scald your scalp.
But it did take the color out of it. It did.
Y'all took mine. I dyed it real dark. I thought I would be really gothic one year, and I dyed it real dark brown. Not black, real dark brown. And Granny literally poured the blue tide in the orange bottle over my head.
You going to get a pop? I think he said no.
He said he might.
I just make stuff up. I can't hear.
Do you want to go with him?
I said I make stuff up because I can't hear. I just make up their answers. I think he said yes. I'm going to the antique store to spend $5,000.
Mom taught me the best advice for marriage ever, and I'm going to share it with you.
Oh, God.
Never give an open-ended question. You give a yes or no question. We're going out to eat. It's always multiple choice, right? You never give yes or no. It's always multiple choice. That's what you told me. Not, do you want to go out to eat? No. We're going out to eat. Do you want to go to the Wigwam or Burger Barn? Burger Barn. See, then it's their choice. You just narrow the options.
That way they feel like they're in charge.
Never a yes or no. Always a multiple choice.
I just say, we're going to Kira.
Scarlett, however, is like, we're doing this. Listen, this is the most she lives up to every ounce of her name. Her name is Scarlett O'Hare. And didn't understand what that meant until she was a little older. I went with her 10 years ago when she got her permit, and we were driving through town because you have to have a grown-up in the car, and I was the closest thing. So she had to go pick up something at the pharmacy. I don't even remember what it was. We're going through the drive-thru.
I thought you were going through McDonald's.
No, we was going through we're getting Mom's medicine at the pharmacy. So
I've always told it was McDonald's.
Well, you're telling it wrong. So we get her in the drive-thru, and the girl apparently recognized Scarlett that was running the...
We're not supposed to swing.
It's my porch.
No, but it makes us sick.
Oh, anyway. But she goes, well, Scarlett, here you go. She goes, have a great weekend. And Scarlett goes, and the window just goes. And I said, Scarlett, you could have said you too. She said, I don't know her. I don't know if I want her to have a good weekend or not. And I was like, John was in the McDonald's drive-thru.
Okay.
We were on our way to VBS, and he was 3 or 4. He was in the car seat. And, of course, McDonald's food's never ready when you order it, so we had to pull up. And my buddy, Matthew, brought out our food. And his nickname says Matt, or his name tag. And John's in the back seat, and I can hear him.
I'll be right back.
Well, remember your mic's on. Are you going to the bathroom?
That would have been
bad. So they brought us our food, and we pull out, and John goes, what a dumb name. And I said, what? He goes, Matata? He been sitting there the whole time sounding out the nickname. Do you want to come sit with me on the swing for a minute?
That was my dentist.
Oh, she doesn't want to be on the camera. Scarlett's like, I don't want to be on camera. But that's where we all are like dotted. She's going to move closer. She just don't want to be on camera. So we can still talk. I'm putting this microphone by you so you can be heard when you answer questions. You just don't, and then Mom can put it back on. She almost wore it to the bathroom. That would have been bad. It just cracks me up. So, Mom and I never hardly... Okay, so here's a question for the people that are watching. If Mom were to do her own front porch thing, not cigarette Mom, now she'd be front porch ponderings again, would y'all watch her? She's wanting to know. She's like, I want to take him junking, and I want to, like, take him into the attic and, like, purge stuff. And I was like, I'll ask him. So if you want Mama Tammy to do Tammy's Front Porch Ponderings, then make a comment or something, because she's wanting to start her own channel. I know, I've created a monster. She said, Sean said I'm not allowed to swing. I was like, you can't sit in the swing and not swing. Yeah, but I'm on TV. So he's like, don't do that. And I'm like, man, he's in the bed, so. He has no say. Jessica Dennis Mullins, you better get up here. Do you have to work today? Scarlett's here. Mom's here. I'm here. Online will come out. We got tea. She just made a picture last night. You could be up here by like 9:45 if you left right now. If you go through town and if you feel like getting me a pack of cigarettes, then let me know. I'll pay you back when you get here. No, I'll have Dad and Mom pick me up a pack when they go to town for a pop. That's what Mom and Dad do. They get up every day and they go to town. Get a pop. And me and Sean made fun of that for a long time until we realized that's a lot of fun. Because you go sit up on the hill and have breakfast and watch people have fender benders down in front of McDonald's because they're stupid. It's the best entertainment that you can have in a little town. So now in West Virginia, me and Sean will get up, and we usually about once every day or so we'll go to Sheetz, and he gets a Monster, and I get usually a Propel, and we'll get a pack of cigarettes. And he's like, your mom and dad go to town every single day. And I'm like,